All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me to today's advanced Tai Chi class. So let's start with some Qigong exercises and some warm-up. First of all, finding a comfortable position with your feet. So that means shoulder width apart. Nice and straight. If you have floorboards, take a look down. Make sure we kind of want to retrain our body to understand that our feet should be in line with our knees and our ankles and everything, allowing our lower back to relax. Let your shoulders hang down. Your fingertips draw towards the earth. Your head's lifting up. Turn your palms and face them forward, stretching your fingers down to the earth. Close your eyes. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Feel your abdomen expanding and contracting with each breath. Try to relax the space between your eyes, the jaw, the neck, and the shoulders, allowing your fingertips to come down a little bit further towards the earth. Our tailbone is slightly tucked down as our head is reaching up. We're drawing energy from the earth all the way through the crown of the head. And then on your next inhale, gently open the eyes while you lift the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, press your palms down in front of your body until they come to the hips. Now let's do this 2 more times. Lifting and then pressing down. And as we lift our arms up, we want to try to keep our shoulders nice and relaxed. And then we use our elbows to draw those palms in. Now let's lift the arms open to the side. And exhaling, palms come to the heart center. So inhale, drawing in all of that good energy. Exhale, drawing it towards yourself. Inhale. And exhale. So follow your own breath throughout all of this sequence. Do one more towards the heart. Take a breath. Imagine all that good energy coming to the center of the body, to our heart, to our abdomen. And then let's lace our palms and press our hands down, out, and up overhead. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed here. So maybe bend your elbows slightly. Letting those shoulders relax. If you'd like, you can kind of reach to one side and then the other. Finding that length along the side body. Taking nice deep breaths, never going more than 70%. We'll come back to center. We're going to let our arms fall down the front this time. You're going to take your thumbs, cross them, and point your index fingers all the way up to the sky. Reach the arms overhead. Finding length through the spine, one big lift, and then exhale, lower down. Release the body. Let the arms hang down. Okay. Now, let's bend into our knees slightly. Let's work on our Tai Chi body a little bit. So bending into our legs, allowing our lower back to relax. Take your arms into that hug a tree position. So remember here, our Tai Chi palm, drawing our fingers ever so slightly apart. Remember, elbows point down, like there's a weight pulling your elbows down. We have nice space. We're hugging a giant tree. We're rounding our back slightly so our chest sinks in. Keeping about a fifth distance between your fingers, so not so close together. Have some space there. See if you can find the relaxed feeling. If you'd like, you can inhale and open the arms slightly, and then exhale and press the palms together. Or you can simply hold and just try to relax through the entire body so that our lower body feels very heavy. We're rooted into the earth. And then our upper body is feeling very light and airy. Beautiful. Let's draw the arms down, out to the sides and out in front as we stand up. And then we're going to lower the palms down in front of the hips. And we're going to work on what they call like water's wave. So we inhale and the arms come up, shoulder height, shoulder width. Exhaling, upper arms go down, forearms, and then palms. So inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down, bending into your legs. So try to make everything arrive together. We're lifting, our breath is at the top, our legs are. We're lowering and exhaling the end of the breath as we're in our lowest point. So lifting and lowering. 2 more, lift and lower. Check in with your face. Are you relaxing the forehead and the jaw? Are the shoulders hanging down? And we'll lower down. And then standing up and arms will come back to side. And let's use our torso to turn and twist. So nice and gentle at first. Remember, the torso leads this movement. It's propelling our arms as we swing the arms. We're kind of looking and following so that we're getting a full body twist. Oh, a couple more rounds. And then we'll eventually just ease off. So slowing down from our center, which then causes our arms to flow until we return fully. Hey, all right, let's step back and let's warm up our legs with some Tai Chi walking. Okay, so we can learn our rotation. So remember, our Tai Chi walking is moving from bow stance to bow stance. So we're going to start in this neutral position. I'm going to mirror you. So you're going to shift towards your right, open up your left toes, and sink down. Look at your foot direction. It should be to the corner. Try to keep your knee in alignment and step your right foot out. Move your weight forward, bow stance. Shift some weight back so you can open up your toes. Shift into your right leg and step out. Bow stance. So now your left foot is straight and your right foot is to the corner direction. Shift back. Open up your toes. Check. Does it go to the corner? Now remember, as you pour that weight in, stay at this level. Don't stand up. And then move your weight forward. So shifting back, turn and open, and step out and shift forward. How are we doing with that? Is it getting easier? Good. Okay, this is key for our practice. This is something we can work on all the time, okay? So stepping back, we're going to just start on the opposite leg. So this time, shifting left, open up your right toes. Remember, sink down, keep your knee in alignment. So even if you have to look, remember, don't let it turn in, sink down. Step out. Shift 60% of the weight forward. Shift enough back that you can lift your toes and turn on your left heel. Both feet are to corner. Pour that weight in and step out. Bow stance. Shift back, open the toes, pour that weight in. You draw your foot in, but then remember to step wide enough. Bow stance. One more. Shift back, turn, move forward, draw in. Remember, wide enough, 2 lines. So check. Turn your left foot to straight. Are you on 2 lines? Okay. We want to avoid this. So if we turn, then we feel super, super wobbly. I want you to be on 2 lines. This creates our stability from side to side. Now, while we're here, check your knee alignment. Is your front knee open? So we're not letting it fall in. We call this crotch rounded enough. So we're rounding this whole area. So then our back knee is in alignment with the corner and our front knee is aligned here. Does that make sense? How are we doing? All right. Let's do 2 more rounds of this. We're going to practice what we've been working on and then get into single whip, okay? So shifting back in your space. Starting on the other side this time. Shift right. Open up your left toes. Sink down. Step out. Heel, ball of foot, toes. Shift your weight forward. Move enough weight back that you can open up your left toes to the corner. Shift your weight. Now touch heel, ball of foot, toes, and your left knee bends instantly. Now bend all the way, weight moving forward. Why is this important? When we shift back and turn, and when we step out, once our whole foot is connected to the ground, when our knee is bent, we are suction cupped and velcroed in for a martial arts stance. One more time, shift back and turn. Moves forward. Now step out and lock your knee. Do you feel how there's no weight in your left leg now? Now bend it. Do you feel how you can connect fully? That's the difference, okay? Move forward. This is what we're going for, okay? One more time, other side. Shift back, starting in that neutral position. All right, shift to your left. Open up your right toes. Sink down. Step out. Heel, ball of foot, toes. Weight moves forward. Shifting back. Open up your left foot to the corner. Shift forward. Now remember, bending that knee when the whole foot is on the ground. Connect. And shift forward. Nice. 2 more. Shift back. Turn. Remember, staying at this height. Stepping out. Move forward. Essentially, you want to feel the burn. So we're turning. Feel that leg. It might shake a little bit. Step out. Move forward. Nice work. Okay, any questions on our transitions? I love Tai Chi with a cat. That is awesome. I did Tai Chi with the baby up until like 4 days before delivery. They bring good energy as you hold them. It's great to see that. Yes. Okay. So let's practice what we've been working on, which is the traditional 103 long form section 1. Okay. So we're going to start at prepare and we're going to go all the way through to push. We're going to do that twice. And then if you have any questions, we'll answer them and then we'll practice again. Okay. So I'm going to turn and face the other direction so we all move the same way. Starting at prepare. Feet are shoulders width apart. Head lifting up. Arms to the side. Fingertips brush the sides of the thighs. Rotate your palms and the arms lift up to shoulder height and shoulder width. Upper arms go down first, then the forearms, then the palms until they're seated in front of your hips. Shift your weight left so you can open up your right foot and your torso turns to the right. Reach out with your right arm, left arm bends underneath, step to 12 o'clock. Pressing down and left arm lifts up, ward off left. Shift some weight back so you can turn your whole body, leg, waist, arm, everything turns together. Rotate both palms, you're showing grabbing. Close the arms, right arm's underneath and step to 3 o'clock. Right arm hinges up, left palm presses down for ward off right. Rotate both arms to the right corner. Left palm is facing the sky. Shift your weight back. Arms go down, circle slightly to the other corner. Roll back. Touch the palm to the center of the right forearm. Expand upward and out for press. Open up both arms, palms face down. Lift, pull back. Sit up the palms, and then push. Shoulder height, shoulder width. Okay. Good end postures. Look nice. All right. Let's do it one more time. Feeling that flow. So from prepare. Nice big breath. Opening. Rotate and lift. Upper arms, forearms, and palms pressing down. Shift left, turning to the right. Reaching out. Left arm bends underneath, step to 12 o'clock. Lifting up, pressing down, ward off left. Body is vertical. Shift right, turn your left leg, waist, and arm 45 degrees. So grabbing, close your arms, and step out to 3 o'clock with your right foot. Lifting the right arm up, pressing down with the left palm, ward off right. Rotate both palms, right palm sitting up, left palm to the sky. Shift your weight back, roll back. Remember, bend in the right knee. Touch the left palm to the right forearm. Expand out for press. Open up both arms. Come back over the ball until the palms are sitting up in front of the chest. And then push up and out for push. Okay. Nice angles from the heel to the top of your head. That was beautiful. All right. What questions do we have? All right. Are you sure that's a no? Okay. All right. So let's practice one more time, okay? From prepare all the way through to push. All right. Shoulders width apart. Arms to your side. Opening. Rotate and lift. And then let them float down. Ward off left. Shift and turn. Remember, we're showing grabbing. Step. And then turn your torso. Shift back to the right leg. Rotate whole body. So grabbing. Close the arms and step to 3 o'clock. Ward off right. Rotate both arms using your torso. Torso is leading the arms for roll back. Coming in, touch the forearm and press out. Open up both arms. Come back over a wall and push. Okay. I think everyone's starting to feel a flow going there. All right. So today is single whip, the iconic movement, okay? So I'm going to demo this movement from 2 directions before we break it down, okay? So first and foremost, I'm going to do it from our original direction and then switch so then you can see the arms. So from push, we're going to learn single whip. We shift back, flatten the arms. Our waist leads this turn. We're going to press down, and we're going to learn to make a hook hand today, dealing with 2 opponents and striking out. Okay, so one more time. From push, this is single whip. We shift back and we turn. We press down make a hook, and we're going to block and strike until we're in single whip, a nice vertical body position, and the head is looking towards your left palm. Okay. Ooh, I see people that already know single whip, and it looks good. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the footwork first, because this footwork is one of our bigger transitional footwork. Okay. So we start with our right leg forward. Now, very important here. Remember, 2 lines. We're not on one line. If we start this movement on one line, it's going to be very difficult. So remember, we have 2 lines for our feet with our right foot forward, okay? So from here, you're going to shift your weight back. Remember, keeping bend in your knee. It is not locked out. There is bend in your right knee. Good. Now, turn from your torso. Turning, you're going to rotate on your right heel, if you can, to the rear corner direction, say 10-30-ish. If it's difficult, you can actually pick up your heel and change with your toes, but I encourage you to turn as far as possible. Now from here, we're going to shift our weight into our right leg and relax our left heel. So both of our feet are going to the corner direction for a moment. Next, we draw our left foot in and we step out wide enough for another bow stance. Good. Okay, I'm going to do this facing the camera for a moment. Okay, I want you to see what this looks like. So we start with our right foot forward, okay? See, we're on 2 lines. All right, we shift our weight into our left leg. Remember, keep the bend in the right. Turn your whole leg in its hip socket, 135 degrees. Shift your weight back and relax your left foot. Draw it in. Now here, step wide enough. Now, do you see how I ended up on this side? That's why I wanted you to see. So that's very important that we start in one position, okay? I'm here, but I'm going to turn and I end up further this direction, okay? That's what I wanted you to get out of that demonstration. So let's try it again. Right foot forward to our 3 o'clock direction. Check. Are you on 2 lines wide enough between your legs? Good. Now shift back. Turn your whole body 135 degrees. Sink back, relax your left foot on your toes. Draw in, step wide enough. Bow stance. Now, how do we feel from side to side? How are we doing? Okay, a little bit more corner direction. So when we do this movement and we shift back and we turn, I want everyone to stop and look this time, okay? I want you to check where you are, okay? So right foot forward, 3 o'clock, bow stance. Good. Shift back. Remember, bend in the knee. Turning. Okay, it's going to be awkward. Look down. Where's your right foot? Nice. That looks really good. Okay, now shift back and relax your left foot. Draw in and step out. Move your weight forward. How did we do? Okay. Any questions on the footwork? I know it's difficult. It's just doing it again and again. And the thing to know is that this footwork in particular, this transition, is one of the hardest footwork transitions. So if we can get this, you're golden for the rest of section 1. Yes. Okay, so right foot forward, 3 o'clock. Check. Are you wide enough? Beautiful. Check your left foot. Is it to the corner direction? So your right foot is straight to 3 o'clock and your left foot should be 45 degrees. Make it a nice starting bow stance. Okay, shift your weight back, keeping that bend in your knee. Rotating on your right heel. Stop, look down. How did we do? Now shift your weight back, relax your left foot. Draw in, you can touch here if you'd like, gain your balance, and then step wide enough, move your weight forward. Okay. How was that? Are we good? Any questions?
So I should end in a new bow stance at the end.
Yes. We are turning 180 degrees. So we're starting at 3 o'clock and we're ending up at 9 o'clock in another bow stance. Okay. So let's do it again. So from 3 o'clock, I'll move this way. I noticed my feet were cut off. So from 3 o'clock, right leg is forward. We're going to turn from 3. We're going to turn past 12 all the way to 9 o'clock behind you. Okay. So shift back your weight, turning on your right heel. Relax your left foot. And remember, we're stepping out wide enough so we end up to 9 o'clock. The difference is once we step, our torso is going to stay and turn to vertical. So we're not leaning forward here. We're going to be vertical, up and down, just like ward off left when we started. How did you do? Did you turn 180? Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is the thing about Zoom, right? We have to kind of come up with these reference points so we can know which direction we're turning because we're not in the same physical space. Okay, any other questions? All right, let's talk about a hook hand before we get started. So some of you have done the Friday class with me where we've already talked about this, but let's talk about it again. So with our palm shape, whenever we make a palm, we have these gaps between our fingers, right? So we're not smashed, we're not really wide. It's like a natural opening of the fingers. And we're gonna have this rounded shape when we're showing striking. Now, when we're showing striking in push or single whip, anything like this, we're using this L portion of your palm right here, okay? So this, where the bones meet up at this point, is where we're going to be thinking is the impact point. So it's not the edge. It's not like a flat palm. There's a very specific point, and you can actually put your palm on a wall and kind of feel what that point is versus the edge or a flat palm. I encourage you to do this in your own time for sure, okay? It's a great exercise, okay? So with the hook hand, we're going to take our hand, bend from our wrist, and all of our fingers are going to come together. So from seated, we bend until all of the fingers come together. Now, when we make a hook, we want to find length. We'd like for all of our fingers to touch if it's possible, okay? But we want to avoid this. Hard to show. We want this, okay? So from this to this, nice length, yes. And here we're going to bend our wrist as much as possible because the impact point we're thinking about is this, where the bones line up on this side. So when we're striking this way, it's the bones line up here. When we're striking this way, the bones line up here. And we're actually going to be striking to the throat. So a nice soft spot is where we're using this hook hand, okay? And when we make our hook hand, we want to have a nice extended arm. We want to avoid the chicken wing like this. Does that make sense? Okay. We want a nice extended frame because we're thinking we're turning and we're going to strike. And the energy is coming out. Beautiful. Yes. So you're like drawing them in and then you're striking. Now, maybe it's not straight up like how we do it in the form, but it'll be more turned to the side because you're hitting this portion here. But the meaning is striking, Okay, and that's why we want to make sure that we have an extended arm. We're not locked out, but we're not a chicken wing, that in between. And you're going to see this a lot in Yang style, and especially this traditional form is taught by Master Yang, because they're now in a large frame. So we've gone from a small to a middle to a large frame, so the energy is fully flowing through the body, okay? All right, any questions on our hook hand? The other thing to note is that the hook hand is always the right hand. Okay, so we are always making the hook with our right hand. I can't give you a specific reason as to why. I wish I could, because I love having like all of those details, but they've never given us an answer as to why it's only the right hand. But I can tell you that it's always the right hand. Okay. All right, let's talk about the movement. So from push, what's going to happen is that we're starting in push to 3 o'clock. First things first, as we shift our weight back, we flatten our palms until they're shoulder height and shoulder width, just like when we started the form. Now from here, I'm going to drop my right arm because I want you to see that our waist is going to lead our left arm to show pulling. It's pulling. So if I face the camera, okay, it's going to pull. Pull. Yes. And we're not going to pull too much. We're still going to keep rounded. So if I show you from this direction, we're pulling. So it's bent, but it's not close to the body. Okay. So this is something I want you to get out of Yang style too, is whenever we're doing these movements, we typically keep a lot of space. Okay. This gives us our body shape that we were working on in the beginning of class. So this hug a tree position, I want you to hold that as we flatten our arms and we show turning or pulling with our left arm, okay? So from here, both arms are going to follow together and they're going to pull towards your left. Nice. Okay, I'm going to do it from the original direction. So we're in push. We're going to shift our weight back and flatten our palms. Now your waist shows turning, left arm shows pulling first, so your right arm staying straight, and then everything turns together until the arms are at 9 o'clock, but our torso is kind of 10:30-ish. Does that make sense? Okay, nice. Let's do that portion again. This is important. The meaning here is if you came back and you had grabbed someone, you're going to turn and you're going to pull and throw them to the other side. Yes, now I saw the meaning there, okay? So one more time. From push, all right, we're in our bow stance with our right leg forward. We flatten the arms, say we connect and grab someone. You're going to turn and you're going to toss and throw them to the other side. Beautiful. Any questions on that portion of the movement? I love that. That was great. Okay. See, so we're not here for a martial art, but knowing the meaning helps our body coordinate what's going on. Okay. So from here, we've done our turn. What happens next is our arms are going to circle down and in, and our fingertips are going to point together like this. They're about rib height. They're going to point together. So we come from straight and we turn and the fingertips point together. So I'm going to turn so that you can see, okay? We've done our pull and throw, right? We're going to circle in, pushing down, fingertips point together. Very nice. Now from here, the arms come out to your right side. The fingertips of your left palm point to the center of your right forearm. Beautiful. We're going to make our hook and turn over our left palm. Yes. Okay. Let's do it from our original direction. You can do the legs if you'd like. We're starting with our right foot forward. We shift our weight back and flatten our arms. Use your waist. The left arm shows pulling first. Then we're turning on our right heel. all the way to almost 9 o'clock. Now, as you relax your left foot, you press down with your palms, fingertips point together. Good. Now turn your torso so that your arms end up to say 1:30, 2 o'clock to corner direction. We make a hook and turn over our left palm so we're looking at it. Beautiful. Now, as we step out, we show a block, and then we show a strike as we move our weight forward. Good. So when we end up with this movement, our arms are 135 degrees. So we're not 180, right? So we're not at 3 and 9. We're at 3, or sorry, it would be 9 because we're on that side, but we're not to straight and straight, 180, okay? One's to straight, the other one's to corner. This is important. This allows our back and chest to sink in, drawing the energy down to your belly, okay? So let's try and do this a couple of times. We'll see if anyone has any questions. We're gonna hit some key stop points or Kodak moments to check in with ourselves, okay? So from push, number 1 is sink back, flatten the arms. Checkpoint number 1, pulling, turn and rotate, throw in your opponent, your foot's turned. 2. 3 is sinking down, relax your left foot, and then make a hook, turn over your palm. Pick up, step out and touch, and then move your weight forward and show block. So remember here, your torso is vertical, okay? So the meaning of this movement, if you've thrown somebody or you've striked to their throat, okay? So let's talk about the meaning real quick before we move forward. We're here. We can turn and throw someone. If they hold on, we can come back and strike to their throat. There's someone else coming from this direction. So we're gonna step and block and strike. So that's why we are vertical, okay? There's 2 opponents. We deal with the first one, and then we have the second one. Now, it's important to understand why we draw our foot in. After we do this, we're going to draw our foot in so that we could step around our opponent, okay? So if someone is coming to you, okay, say that pillow is a person, right? And I've dealt with this person, and then I don't know what's coming. When I draw in, I can step around them, no matter where they are, okay? If you're here and you don't draw in, okay, how are you gonna get like through the person, right? You're gonna like go like this through their leg. What you wanna do is you wanna set up and come around. Does that make sense? It's really important because we do this a lot, even in the first transition from ward off left, and we come in and we close and reset and step out. It's the same thing there. We're training our body to have the ability to step wherever is necessary, while also improving our balance by using all of these micro muscles in our legs, moving slowly, okay? So let's do it again from push. Right foot forward, push, shift back, flatten the arms. Use your waist to show pulling, turning on your right heel. Press down, fingertips point together. Relax your left foot, make a hook, turn over your palm, pick up and show block, and then strike. Check here, is your right arm extended to the corner direction? Left palm is striking. Feet wide enough from side to side, and your torso is vertical. Now here, release your arms. I want you to check in with your legs here for a second. Is your left knee in alignment with your left foot? So it's not turned in. We have to be aware of this and try to keep our crotch rounded so that both knees are aligned with our foot direction. Okay? All right, let's try again from push, okay? Push. All right, shift back your weight, flatten the palms. So turning, pulling, and then press down. Come to your right corner. Make a hook, turn over the palm, step out while showing block, and the weight moves forward for strike, single whip. Remember, our looking direction ends up over our palm. Okay, let's do it one more time, talking about looking direction. We are looking to 3 o'clock from our push. We're going to flatten our arms and move back. We show turning. We're following our left arm direction at first. Then we're where our palms are pushing down. Then we're looking towards the hook direction as we make our hook. Pick up, and we're going to follow our left palm direction as we strike out. Okay. How are we doing? Good. Okay, any questions? Yeah. Oh, unmute. Hold on. Yeah. You can hold your space bar. You have to hold the space bar while you talk. No, not yet. Hold on. I just asked you. There you go. Okay.
And now you can hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, so it's at the end when you're turning all the way around with your block up, does your right foot come around at the same time you're moving around? Or when does that right foot come?
Okay, good question. Very good question. Okay, I'm gonna face this direction for a moment. So from push, we flatten our arms and move back. From here, we start our turn. Our right foot hasn't moved yet. As soon as both arms start pulling together, our right foot starts turning, and it stops when the arms are to the other direction. Okay, so here it stops. Now from this point, as we push down, our weight's moving back, and here our left foot starts turning. Okay, so I'll do it facing this direction now. So when we push, our right foot is planted, it's still touching the ground. Now it starts turning and it stops turning. Then our left foot starts turning here and it stops here as we make our hook. Does that answer it?
Yeah.
Okay, good question.
I wasn't turning it all the way, I guess, right away.
Yeah, there's so much going on with this movement. I get it. This is a hard one. Okay, another question? No? Okay. All right, let's do it again. So let's focus on that turning, okay? So from push. All right, right foot forward, push. Shift back, flatten your palms. The foot is still planted. Now use your waist to show the left arm starts pulling first. Now both arms start moving. You're turning on your right heel. Your right foot stops and your arms are to 9 o'clock almost. Now we press down, our weight starts moving back. Then we relax our left foot. It stops relaxing as we make our hook and turn over our left palm. From here, we sit our arm up and we step out to show blocking, and then we show striking. How'd you do that time? All right, okay. Let's close class by practicing one more time from prepare all the way through to single whip, okay? So prepare. Arms to the side, feet shoulders width apart. Opening, rotate the palms and lift up, shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms, forearms, and palms press down. Shift left, turn and open to the right, reaching out with the right arm, left arm underneath, step to 12 o'clock. Ward off left. Remember, the torso is vertical. Shift some weight back, turn on your left heel, whole body turns. Rotate both arms. Close the arms and step out to 3 o'clock. Right arm hinges up, left palm presses down, ward off right. Both arms rotate to the right corner direction. Roll back, shifting back, and arms go to the other corner. Touching the left palm to your right forearm. Press out. Both arms open up. We're going to come back over a ball until we sit up the palms and then push. Here's our new movement, single whip. Flatten the arms, weight moves back. Show turning. Both arms show pulling, right foot turns. Pressing down, fingertips point together. Arms go to the corner direction, make a hook, turn over the palm. Standing up, block and strike. Single whip, looking to 9 o'clock direction. Okay. All right. Great work today. Tomorrow, next week is going to be a little bit easier. All right. But if you'd like some more practice and you want to join me again, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. If not, I'll see you next week. All right. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.